Hi everybody, good morning to you. It's me, Taylor, and we're here with a new game, surprise game for me. We're going to play Frozen Tournament. I know a little bit about this game, I know the style of the game. It's an Obsidian game, which I have played a bit of, a little bit of Fallout and such. And we're going to get into it and hopefully have some fun. Let's get started. Boop. Boop. You guys want to hear this too? There you go. I just woke up today and I felt like playing an RPG. By the way, Castlevania might be canceled. So yeah. Difficulty setting. We'll see what normal's about. Requires strategy and efficiency. Forgives a few mistakes in combat. It's not recommended for newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. Real-time. Huh. Easy difficulty requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes in combat. Strongly recommended for those who are new. We're going to go normal. Travel Iron. Only one save file is kept for the entire playthrough. If the player is killed, the file is deleted. You must start again. This option can't be changed in-game. Path of the Damned. Enemies receive a bonus to most stats and encounters have many more enemies. Jesus. We'll go with normal difficulty here. That's what we'll do. See how much reading there is. Character's biography writes itself as your adventures unfold. Check the journal tab, the quest window to see how yours has developed. I'm excited for this.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Fantasy. Oh, here we are. That's us. Big buff dude. Love the hair. Female. We usually go female when we do a character creator, so here we are. Women's role in Eora is largely dependent on where she's from. In the Aether Empire, Velaine Republics, and the Deerwood, women occupy many domestic, educational, and organizational roles. They are the primary hunters, soldiers, and leaders of the tribes of Nastique. In Air Glanforth and Ixamidal, women and men have more fluid social roles. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule, and women can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. Very nice. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in Deerwood, the Aether Empire, Old Anadet. Though not as large as the towering Amawa, humans are known for their strength and willpower. Resolve and might. She is much taller. The mighty Amawa are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Dwarf. Oh no! By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood and Velaine republics and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Elves are the dominant race in Air Glanfath, and the white that Wens are extremely common in the Deerwood and Aether. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as a commonly isolationist nature. Oh, we're a tree person. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies, Orlans are commonly found in Air Glanfath, the Examinal Plains. I I'm never going to get that name until they say it to me. And parts of the Deerwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. And godlike. Whoa, we are crazy fish person. Godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Huh. Okay, so I'm thinking I don't want to be ugly. It's just the way it is. Gotta look at this character a lot, so, you know. Orlan is interesting. That is interesting. Human is sort of boring. Elf is kind of boring, but somewhat less boring. Do I just want to bash? Do I want to be Taylor Bash? Gotta check out the races too. Let's give Elf a look. Pale and wood. Okay, hold on. Death, fire. Okay, that actually fucking owns. Moon, that looks cool too. And that looks cool too. That's just the worst one. Death godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent. Are they? No, they're not. Transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside. I see. Hiding their features. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of death. No shit. Oh, no, harbingers of doom. I'm sorry. Death's usher. When death godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less endurance, their damage is increased. Oh, that's fucking cool. Bodies of the fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone, with harmless flames that erupt from the cracks in their skin. Fire godlike are objects of both reverence and fear in the Deadfire Archipelago. Many locals believe they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. In the Direwood, fire godlike are often seen as the sign of the blessing of Magran, goddess of war and fire. Battleforged. When reduced below 50% endurance, fire godlikes glow like metal in a forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. That sounds like fun. I am thinking strong that right now. Moon godlike. Moon godlike are the most tolerated of the godlike. While their skin tone and large moon-like growth on their foreheads may be strange to some, their appearance are generally considered more palatable by the other Kith. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. Silvertide. Every encounter when reduced below 75, 50, and 25 endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. That's fucking really good. That's really, really good. Damn. Nature. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. They are. This has led to a common stigma that they are diseased. Many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. Wellspring of life grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dex when endurance is below 50%. Fucking super. All these three are good. I like these three a lot. Damn. Now I'm really thinking godlike. I had written this one off completely, and now I'm completely into it. Hearth and Wild Orlan. They're original Orlans who lived in the deepest forests and jungles between the tropics. While they've only been significantly separated from Hearth Orlans for 1,000 years, a few genetic differences have appeared rapidly, most notably a lack of facial hair in the Hearth or Orlan branch. Wild Orlans are common in the deep reaches of arid Glanfath. Unlike their Hearth Orlan brethren, they are not often seen in these other places. Defiant Resolve. After being subjected to a will attack, Wild Orlans temporarily gain a bonus to all defenses. Okay. often found as slaves in Red Saris and the Valain Republics. One of the treaty terms between Darwood and the people of Air Glanfath was the liberation of Orlan slaves, and while this has been honored, many Hearth Orlans continue to live in the Darwood as indentured servants. Minor threat. Valask, hi, how are you, buddy? You do see Pillars of Eternity. Wait, what am I playing? Pillars of Eternity, yeah. How's it been, man? It's been a long time. How are you? You know, I was thinking about getting Dragon Age 2. I know you did like the Dragon Age streams, as did I. Anyway, not that one. Let's see, we have a couple elf options. Wood elf, wood elves. Seltralfic, holy shit. Seltralfolk trace their beginnings far north of present-day Ader and have migrated south throughout the forests of the continent, now covering all the way south across the equator. Jeez. They're also believed to have migrated across the sea to Aer Glanfath. While physiologically identical to one another, wood elves from Ader are culturally different from those in Aer Glanfath and consider themselves wholly different groups. Against an enemy that is more than 4 meters away, wood elves gain bonus to accuracy, deflection, and reflex. Been really good, yeah. Yep. Same old shit. Not too much new. Just going live. Yeah. Good times. Been playing lots of JRPGs. Jesus Christ. Lots of those. Way too many. Glad to play something a little more Western for once. It is unclear exactly how long ago the Pale Elves, Glamfallen, that's a cool name, came to the southern polar regions of the world. They have lived there for at least 12,000 years based on their continuous contact with Amauat traders. They appear to be among the most stationary ethnic groups in the known world, migrating within the polar region but seldom venturing far north. They are rare in all northern lands and most people consider them exotic. They have seen one at all. While Pale Elves have increased burn and freeze damage reductions. Nice. Can help min-max. Okay, that's cool. I'll probably just click around and maybe screw up my build, but I don't really care that much. Just normal difficulty. We should be okay. Thank you, Don. She does look cool. Let's see. Dwarf. How many dwarf options do we have? We got Boreal and Mountain. I'm not going to read all these because I'm going to have to do a shitload of reading in this game anyway. Poison disease. Oh, they live on an island. Island paradise. Boreal dwarves gain plus 15 accuracy against any creature of the wilder or primordial types. Oh, you look cool. You look awesome. Island Amara originated in the Deadfire Archipelago 1,000 miles south of the Violent Republics. While physiologically similar to their coastal cousins, the coloration of Island Amara is starkly different. Brown and yellow, contrasting the coastal's blue and green. Though still uncommon in Direwood and surrounding environments, Island Amara are more commonly encountered there than coastal, who are quite rare. When encountered around Direwood, they are often laborers, fishermen, or sailors. All Island Amara gain an additional weapon set. Huh. Heavily inspired by Europe and the New World. Oh, look out for that. Cool. Do I want to be an avatar? I don't know. Warlike race, the coastal Amala live in a mainland region along the coast of the Northern Hemisphere. Coastal Amala gain bonuses to defend against prone and stun effects. Stun sounds like a pain in the ass. I always hate stun in every video game that I've played. Not a big fan, man. Alright. So I'm thinking one of these three, because they all look awesome. I'm almost thinking this one. That's a very interesting choice. Pretty much fantasy Wild West with xenophobic Americans. Okay, so America. Okay, got it. America 2018. Zynga. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I like it. I think we're good. Whoa, Jesus Christ. We got a lot of things to review here. Huh. Okay. What am I thinking for you? Priest. Well, you do send out healing waves. Oh, you're a cleric. Priests are devotees of auras, deities, and practitioners of religious magic. While all priests dedicate themselves to specific gods, priests' power is actually derived from their personal beliefs. In contrast to most paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how their god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. Huh. Clerics are very good. I do like mace, and I do like shield. People know I love shield. Generates a modest amount of endurance for allies around the priest. Okay, so in addition to her godlike powers, we'd have another aura that increases endurance. Interesting. Any enemy vessels caught in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. Over the course of the game, the power of this ability may shift based on the reputations the priest gain relative to the behaviors that are behaved by his or her deity. Wow! That's neat. That's super fucking cool. Immediately like that one a lot. Let's look at Wizard. Oh, you get a cool book. Books are cool. The Masters of Academic Magic, wizards are students of arcane traditions that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academies or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually became known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interest in all things arcane and occult. Yeah, dude. Pretty black metal. Mid-range attack that hits a small area for raw damage and can leave targets dazed. Wizards have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells that they store in and cast directly from their grimoires. Grimoires can only hold 4 spells in each spell level, which motivates wizards to keep multiple grimoires for different needs. Every 2 levels, wizards gain access to an additional set of spells. However, they can automatically learn 1 spell of any level. It goes on and on. Okay, I understand wizards. All those things are very low. Oh, cool axe. In every culture across the Ord, there are chanters. Many historians consider chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. Their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just time-honored part of local folk tradition. Chanters can continually speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects, help build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. Wizards are also really good bards. Yeah. Yep. We look like a bard. That's a very bard skirt right there. So do I get different moon looks? That's going to be awesome. I hope I get tons of customization thingies. Effect chanter can create after they have spoken a required number of phrases through their chants. Okay, so we're doing Naruto ninjutsu. Nice. Monk is cool. That's probably fighter, right? But with fists. Fighter, super boring. Fighters continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate. Vicious killers feared for the brutality of their attacks. They can be found as often as dark back alleys. Nah, that's not us. Not this playthrough. Nope. I'm super thinking priest. Let's see what barbarian has. I like dual wielding is fun. Dual wielding is fun. Brutes, madmen, berserkers through city dwelling. Though city-dwelling people often use the term barbarian with a dose of disrespect, these rural warriors are respected by their communities for their ferocity and fearsome presence on the battlefield. Barbarians have a special, almost religious role in some cultures, but in many places are undisciplined. Fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. Starting ability, Carnage. When barbarians hit with melee attacks, they automatically make reduced damage attacks at all other enemies within a short distance of the target. Cool. I like our cool furs. It's like a Diablo barbarian. Druid, I like our little buckler. That's nice. Can we... Yeah, we got an animal form. That's neat. Access to a variety of offensive and some support-oriented spells. Every 2 levels, druids automatically gain access to an additional set of spells. That's cool. Need to CC a lot. I read that as unlikable for 20 seconds. Unkillable for 20 seconds. Wow. Nice. I like priest. That's very interesting. This part about reputations is especially interesting to me. We're going priest. It is decided. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so we get deity choices. Nice. More reading. Let's do it. Called Barath in Adrian and Serono and Valiant. It is the god of cycles, of doors, and of life and death itself. People commonly place or carve the figure of Barath in doorways, windows, and other portals from one place to another. Barath is a relatively small priesthood, in part because it does not speak often to them. However, Barath has many petitioners and occasional followers. Stoic and rational, disfavored disposition, passionate and cruel. Huh. Feel free to ask questions. Will do. Yeah, you are the pro. Thank you. I already like this one quite a bit. But, this dispositions, that's interesting. We're going to see how those play out. Ooh, she's a cool death goddess. I love it. Eothas? Eothas is the Adrian name for the god of light, redemption, and rebirth. Okay. While worship and Eothas is still popular in the Ader Empire and Red Saris, the faith is outlawed in most cities of the Dyrwood due to events of the Saints' War. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm not even reading this extra shit. Oh my god, that we have cliff notes. Motherfucker, not cliff notes, footnotes. In which Saint Wyden has supposedly become a living vessel for Eothas, attempted to invade the Dyrwood before being destroyed at the gates of Halgot Citadel. Eothas has not been heard from since. He's presumed dead by most. Benevolent and honest. So that's super good guy, god. In some ways. Magrin. Magrin is the goddess of war and fire, and hers is the most populous following in Dyrwood. Magrin's faithful are rank-and-file soldiers, as well as officers, tacticians, and strategists. Additionally, they create devices used in warfare, especially those made in the forge, such as weapons and armor. Her priests view battle and warfare as inevitable human activities, and should be pursued with single-minded efficiency. Consequently, she is a goddess of battle, not a goddess of battle, lust, or celebration as much as military excellence and passionate discipline, aggressive and clever. War of guns. We like guns. Big gun. Skane. Skane, also known as the Quiet Slave, is the god of secret hatred, resentment, and violent rebellion. He is also depicted as a small bald man covered in lash scars whose ears and nose have been cut off. Ew. He appears outwardly submissive with downcast eyes. However, his eyes glitter black with quiet hatred, and his fist is clenched. He is known to manifest in a horrific incarnation known as the Effigy, as followers desperate enough to perform certain unspeakable rites. In Dyrwood, Skane's faithful often double as torturers and executioners, delighting in the fall of high-status prisoners. Awesome. He's the evil god. Seems so. He sure is. And he sounds like a badass. We probably won't do him. Whale is the god of dreams, secrets, mysteries, and revelations. Inscrutable even to the other gods, Whale has no determinate gender or consistent appearance. Its symbol is the eye. Though the look and number of the eyes often change, people pray to Whale both to protect their secrets as well to unravel the mysteries in front of them. Followers of Whale are known for many strange and unusual practices, possibly for good reasons, possibly for no reason at all. Deceptive, clever. Eldritch being. Oh, cool. We got our Bloodborne god. Nice. This one is really fascinating. So is Magrin. I kind of like this one. I kind of like this one. I don't know. That's funny. God of Puzzles. Okay. He's the Joker. Okay. It's one of these three. This one sounds super good. I don't know if I want to be super good. I kind of want to have some fun. I kind of want to do some weird roleplay things. Stoic and rational. I could be a hard ass. Let's do this one. We're going to do Barath. We're going to do Barath. What are the starred ones? Are these the ones that affect the stats that are most important to me? I assume that's the case. Oh, look at this. These are my skills. Holy Radiance. Field of holy energy around the priest. Burning any vessels in the vicinity. Regenerating a modest amount of endurance for allies. Cool. Creates a tangible shield of faith. Increasing the damage reduction of allies in the area of effect. Punishes a target for their sins. Decreasing their deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. Nice. Oh, are those goddesses of different... Oh, okay. Recommended for priest. Okay, highly recommended for priest. You got it. Give me that strength. Resolve. I'm going to take a hit on the perception. I want big might, big strength, big strong Taylor. Big intellect. +1 godlike. Well, I am a god. Okay, big area of effect, duration, and more will. Damage and healing. Action speed. I do like action speed. Accuracy. That's fine. Those all hurt. I'm going to miss having those. Every single one. Okay, I have seen that, yeah. And I know that all these choices as well will have dialogue, pitfalls and such. Look at that area of effect. It's huge. That's such a boost. Resolve. People in Warland is big oof. Everyone hates you. Oh man, that sounds like fun. I suck at stats, by the way. I'm max 18? Why would I max? You wouldn't spend a lot on mine? Okay, I will take your advice. We'll go down 16. That's true. That's a good point. I do have all these spells. I might as well have them in my... That's an extremely good point. Prayer against fear. That's cool. Isolates a single target within a protective sphere, shielding them from harm. Cool. Halt. Commands a single enemy to halt, causing them to temporarily cease all movement. Nice. Oh, there's 2 spell pools, huh? Boy. Go back into con. don't think I really need Dex either. Right. That's a weird set of skills, but that's what I'm going with. Ooh. Culture. Oh, look at this. Huh. Okay, even more choices. Well, I gotta have shield. Everyone knows I like shield. Aether Empire is currently the largest, most powerful force in the part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Aether is at heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Big place. Deadfire, consisting of the nation of Nastak, dozens of Amara settlements, and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch across the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves, Almawa, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. Oh god, these all have Europe equivalents? Damn, son. Ixamital Plains, located in northeast of Erglanfath. God, I suck at this word. Ixamital Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human and Orlan residents. The Ixamital culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Old Valia. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbled remains of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the Old Valian countries are still forces to be reckoned with and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. That is a cool look. Rauatai. Dominated by the Amawa nation of Rauatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, most of them Amaya, Orlan, and Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, but the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. Japan, yeah. Living Lands. Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. That's a cool sword. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races and a variety of colonial and independent settlements. The White That Wins, a large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The White That Wins is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. Fakelandia, yep, I was going to say Fakelandia. Yep. Oh, excuse me. A lot of good choices up and down here. Kind of like this. I like the cool hammer. Actually, no, that hammer looks stupid. I can't start with that. That's awful. I may go plain old Aether Empire. This also affects dialogue. Yeah. Pretty much everything at this point. 20 int? Damn, how badass can I be? I do like crumbled remnants of the Empire, warring merchant nations. That is kind of a neat description. Fucking 20 int. We're going crazy. Background. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Holy Christ. Aristocrat. You've lived your life amongst the nobility. Your days have been marked by lavish meals and extravagant parties. Your conversations peppered with talk of pedigree and bloodlines. My god. Holy shit. Colonist. You were part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in distant land. Oh, at least these are short. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road, traveling the world. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. This affects dialogue. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. Merchant, yeah. Okay, that would fit with my culture that I'm from. You've traded goods from all over the world, pairing items with buyers of all kinds. Yeah. I do like lore. Lore is good. Lore good. Oh god. You've always felt driven to express yourself creatively. The structure and rigid control of other pursuits is never satisfied in the same way. And the Holy Merchant. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm a Bible salesman. That's what I do. Yeah. Made a name for yourself as a troublemaker. Disrespect for authority and a lack of care regarding the rules are a recurring theme in your life. Yeah, fuck the rules. Hunter, you live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. Blatant battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. You've never known freedom. Shackles and chains have bound your existence, and someone has told you what to do your entire life. Wow. I like merchants. I like artists. Those are okay. I'm gonna go merchant. Yeah, that's kind of my first. Gravitate towards that. Okay. Hopefully I'm here. That's pretty close. Okay, I have a choice of heads. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. Change my colors as well. th, that's right, baby. Pog. Yeah. That's fine. That is cool. I like really mean. I sorta like the original one. That looks good. That looks cool. That looks cool. I'm gonna go with this one. I sort of just like that the way it is. You have 99 choices. They're not really organized in a way that helps me that much. Oh, I guess they are. Yeah, it's good enough. There's only a couple that are even close to me. These two. I guess I'll go with that one. That's fine. Can't choose my hair. I can't add facial hair? You suck.
I'm here. I shall lead us. Let's go!
Yeah, feisty.
My eyes are peeled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now I am leader of the group.
Nice. Great.
Stand together! Shh. Yeah? Follow me.
Stoic is good.
Let's go.
Stoic.
Nice and slow.
Ooh, sexy.
Just say the word. I'll lead the way.
Let's go!
Oh boy.
Not a sound.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'll lead the way. Show him how it's done. I'll take a peek.
Nice.
Hey there.
Hey.
Watch and learn. Let's go.
They won't see me coming. Well,
I've got this. Ha!
You impressed me with your ha.
To whispers and shadows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You're gonna hear this a lot. Oh, okay, so I better pick well.
what is it?
Oh, it does kind of sound like a boy.
I shall lead us. Let's go.
Ah, man.
Nice and slow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stoic. Enter name. Oh, this is tough. This is gonna be tough. Let's see. We are a moon godlike. We are a priest of Barath. So let's see. I'm not gonna do Luna. That's too obvious. Well, I don't know. It's good. It's a good choice. Hmm. It does. It does. I don't want to ruin it too much. You know, we do have to live with this character for many, many, many hours. Okay, no, that's a stupid idea. I had a joke one, but I'm not going to do that. I need to open up the random fantasy name generator or something. I'm gonna name you after a thing. Wait, hold on. There we go. I've been watching JoJo, so I'm just gonna name you Star Platinum. That's a good name. That's a good name. You're not Star Platinum, but you do kind of are purple and blue, so you kind of look like Star Platinum. That's fine. That's a good name. It's a good name for a godlike, I think. Ooh, pretty game. Oh, that's right. Only the second game is fully voice acted. Uh-oh, I got my work ahead of me. Caravan Master Odima. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache, sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons,
okay, that's
got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out.
Boy, I stand out a little bit. At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks
Touch
you
of
over.
the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's
Terrible.
a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some.
Doug, is that your sick? Yeah, I saw the
Scare
intro
you up
thingy.
some water.
Yeah.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell. Carries an old sun-bleached bow. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. What are the ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Took us 45 minutes to start this game, by the way. Yeah.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay. Bye. Your Clanfath are Native Americans. Cool. Gaz with a wink, so I hear. That's funny. Where would I find these
They
berries?
grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Very nice. Elite Slayer, I'm very well. How have you been? We're having a nice day today. Who did build
Got
the
different
ruins?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Dangerous
Not
out
if you
here?
hurry about your business. And
Interesting.
not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out
This
here?
time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of
Busy?
wind out
Yep,
here
I get
time to
that.
time.
Totes.
Locals call it a Beowick. Born out of the ether, the spirit's path.
Hope it's a good busy.
Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Different kind of win. A Beovac, jeez. What are these huge rocks coming up from the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul.
Empire crumbled and no one speaks the language.
Got enough to worry about without seeing
Cool
something
lore.
like that. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
Party member? Already? The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Cool portrait.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you kill.
Whoa! Look at all this stuff. Lots going on here. Okay, got our zoom. Got our inventory. We are together. Morning Star, cool. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Yora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available. The party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glanfathan ruins, Odin has assigned Kalissa to help you. Kalissa is a fighter. Class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. Very nice. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party. Starting with the 1 to the left, to select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is circled 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to their corresponding position in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character. We got stats. Let's see. Ooh. We have quests. Oh god, this thing is going to fill the fuck up, isn't it? A sudden sickness has come over me. The caravan master has urged me to make a remedy before my condition worsens. Look at all this stuff. Gilded Vale is said to be one of the most prosperous villages in the Direwood. Full of opportunities for work and wealth. I was told they're offering land to new settlers. Cool. That's my main quest. He was 2 to 5. Oh. I wonder why they cut. I prefer more. Well, not more, but as many. I don't own the stronghold yet. Well, that sucks.
Sure.
Can I talk to you? Can we talk to each other?
What you need?
Just want to chat. Can I have more stuff on my bar? Oh, here we go. Level 1 pre-spells. So, combat only, combat only, combat only. Fight can get hectic. Yeah, I did see it was real time. Oh, as you say. Expand that bar. Oh boy. That's the combat one, I think. Just anything that happens. I have learned the quick save. The quick save jutsu will be real in this game. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Hyodan, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Oh, thanks. Caravaner. It's best not to wander alone, especially so near the ruins. I have very little max health currently.
Anyone need supplies?
Hyodan, you see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
A whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale, if you'd like to take a look.
What you got? Do I have any money at all? I have 100 coins. Gold, I'm sure. Okay. Leather armor, shield, sword, all this good stuff. Okay.
Something else you need?
Who
I'm
are
a
you?
trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
2 pools for hit points? No. No more pools. I hate the pool. Ooh, we get mean shit to say. Well, now hold on. I haven't even thought about what kind of person I want to be. I did want to be stoic. Yeah, well, it was stoic and I already forget what it was. It was stoic and clever, or was it aggressive? My thoughts exactly. Tell me about Ader.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here.
Yeah,
But the colonies
I see
used to
endurance is
include
going to be a big thing.
Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from
Most
the
of the
Empire.
skills and everything
fact,
mentioned
our
endurance in some way or
companions
another, so that's going to be really important.
Because it seemed friendlier than Raid Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Direward is a former Eider colony, so it seems like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Red Sarens' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. That's reasonable enough. Out here, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'd better go, but goodbye. Endurance is listed here. HP is a different thing then. She has excellent health and endurance. She's way better than me at everything. So I'm just looking for weird bushes, I guess. Exploration is key in Pillars. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and would like to explore. Very good. What's up, dude? Hi,
I'll
Sparkle.
have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay. Cool, cool. Hey, where's my chick? Where are you? I guess I do have to select him, huh? I see. Okay. I'm probably going to screw that up a few more times before I get used to it. If you run out of HP, you're perma-dead. I thought so, yeah. So, essentially the way I'm going to play is... Oh, fuck. Where am I going to put myself? Hold on. Over here. There we go. That's better. Oh, look. I'm part of the team. See? Okay, that's better. Does it select everyone button? Okay. I'll figure it out. I'm sure there's a hotkey for it. Oh, it's this, I bet. Ooh, formations. Hooray. Those are fun. Whatever. Whatever, man.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
What happened there? What's going on here? Does this tree just light up? It's a young wolf. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh. Pillars of Eternity Combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met, e.g. the start of combat. So how do I pause? But it's spacebar. Alright. So you... Oh, that's not what I need. Oh no, we got windows. That's not great. Hi Woban, how are you? Oh, look at that little cute sad face. Is that a sad face? Don't be sad face. Alright, we got our spells. On the hardest diff, you need to pause every other second. No, never playing that. It's not happening. I will halt my enemy. Oh, I'm out of range, I think. Hold on. Okay. I gotta learn which way to click. I got all sorts of things I need to learn. I'm gonna punish this little wolf for its sins. I will punish thee. You have a big attack.
Huh?
One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack. That's an attack of opportunity, I get that. From the enemies engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee. I get 2 spells before I have to take a rest. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. All characters in the game, friend and foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks. Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. Oh my god. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll, and is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above the targeted defense, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. Oh god. Damage reduction. Damage reduction reduces income of damage by less amount. Okay, I understand that. Thank you. Too easy. We got a wolf pelt, right? Nice. It's a bush?
This is it.
We got it. Kalissa, Odima. Oh, we're both merchants. Odima said something about you being in business for yourself. You run with Kalissa in front? Okay. Might give it a try. Let's see. I ran a shop. Yeah, what did I do? I'm going to say that I ran a shop. As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant info. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Great. How's it you came here? My shop was attacked by bandits and they took everything I worked for. Wasn't much point in staying. I was bad at business. I ran it into the ground and the men who funded it have seen to it that I won't get another chance. Competition hired men to destroy my shop. I kind of like revenge. Like I'm pissed off that my shit got wrecked. I know what that feels like. You really can't trust anyone, can you? We can trust each other, Kalissa. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raderick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle, like the rest of the lot? I'm just passing through. Haven't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. Say miss of some other plan in mind for coming this way. Look at all these options. Is it going to tell me if one thing about me is giving me a certain option. Like if, okay, I'm a merchant, I get XXX options. Because I feel like we're only getting these options because I selected merchant and to begin with. But whatever. To meet someone and fall in love. Nice. Yeah, okay, that's good. Looking for some adventure, really. Getting into trouble. I'm going to find new friends. Yeah, friendship is magic. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I do like friendship. Friendship is magic. That may not be a bad idea. Surviving out here sometimes is less about what you know and more about who. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Don't need to give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Direwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rauatai and another in Ader. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. Tell me about Direwood. Not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Ader Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I have been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Why are you here? She sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. America. USA. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how it always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out. That's got me a little worried. Haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiddle. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Odima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Let's go. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you that water. You like water? This is a very pretty game. I like the way this looks. Oops.
Yeah?
Let's go.
All right, follow me.
Cool. No, both of yous. Let's go. Path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Okay.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Let's bring that up a little bit. That's a little better. Oh no, our runs match. Oh, that looks terrible. Where's our boy? Is he gonna be dead? Feel like he's gonna be super dead. What's going on up there? Quick save like a genius. I feel like the camp is empty. No, we're okay. This guy's here. Just can't see him when it's shaded like that. That's fine. Mushroom, mushroom. Hey, horses. Where's that guy? Can I speed up time? Hey, that's nice. We're going to be using that.
What a surprise. Sparfell went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Use tab to highlight interactables. There we go. Right. Crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Calissa waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Gain an item. Quest. Full water skin added to the stash. Okay. Out of the trees emerges Sparfil, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfil? Are you alright?
Is he a Zambo? His toe catches a rock. Oh, never mind. Collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Okay. Alright, what do we got here? Not worried about that. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage type that's being blocked and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. I get you.
Let's go.
What is going on with Calissa? Is she just not in the fight anymore? Is that what that spell does? I don't really get it. Shit! How do I turn this off?
Let's go.
My endurance is nothing right now. Reduces your endurance, they're knocked out. Oh fuck. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate. Oh shit. Okay. Well, what do I do with Calissa?
What you need?
How do I get her out of this mode? Whatever. Miss. Okay, I feel like I did that badly, but whatever.
Come on, we have
I
to
just
get
gotta
back
learn
to
my
camp.
priest's moves, I suppose. Take all your shit. Many spells and abilities in Pillars of Eternity have a limited number of use. An ability that can be used a number of times per encounter will have all of its uses restored when combat ends. Abilities that can be used a number of times per rest will only be restored when you rest at an inn or camping supplies. Okay, that's fine. Makes all the sense in the world. Corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. Dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its something.
Right.
What did I do? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, fuck. Damn. Fuck me.
Let.
I'm dead. Yeah, no kidding. He's just injured, dude. Damn, we're getting our ass kicked. We're running away now. Both of us. Oh no, our friends are dead! All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts. Splayed and bug-eyed and filthy, Calissa puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. Handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for what you will lose. Oh, okay. There's one. Okay, great. Lore 1, this ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Airclanfath. Huh. We have not trespassed, we merely passed through. Don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you'll pay. You will try to kill us all either way. Why make it easy? Why have you done this? Let's do Lore 1. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Oh boy, lots of choices. So we got super good int, because we're awesome guys. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galawain. Galawain told him to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Heodan winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Gawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? His nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and there was music there, nice stinger, and he nearly fumbles it. Excuse me, affording Heodan the moment he needs to dodge out of the swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges at you instead. Okay, we're gonna fucking die here. Do I even have a potion of any kind? Like, those guys chased us, so it's 6 on 3. We're totally fucked. Like, I can't win this fight. I have no more... Did I leave combat for that? Hold on. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Don't attack her. You scored a crit. Crit is a better result than a hit. They're more likely to occur. Okay. Choices here. We could kill the leader. Again, I'm not feeling good about my ability to win this fight right here. Almost dead. I need to run away. Bad. I'm just gonna get myself killed though. Fuck. Do I even have items I can use? I don't think I have any potions. Just minor regeneration. Yep. Doesn't help my hit points, which are at 8 right now.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna die.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bam. Well, at least she's a badass, right? Okay, I guess we're back alive. That's good. Glanfathan leader, your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the eyes man roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Odemus, seated against a wagon wheel amidst a howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel. Odemus' body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Run!
Yeah, he warned us of this shit. Spooky. So I guess they give me that OP party member in case I suck, which I did. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy from before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Strained, Heodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind, from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark? Oh no! Okay, well I can't do that. Do I want to give up my weapon? I guess I will. Do it. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heodan loose. Lurching to your feet, Heodan clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. No! Diving out into the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heodan to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance in the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake his marrow from your bones, the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Cool.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We're super lucky to be alive.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Yep. Well, that's not great. That's the only other weapon we have, huh? I don't really want to take one from you. This sucks. I currently have 1 hit point. Perfect. But we did get super experience. Cool.
What you need?
I need
That
rest.
should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
You don't seem too upset about all this. What about everyone else in our caravan? Yeah, they're all dead. Who attacked us? Glenfathans, those would be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Per Odima, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. They said we trespassed. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. That's true. What happened? Shakes her head. Windstorm of a kind they only get in Air Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glenfathan word is Biawak. To them, it's the god's way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? I sure do. You upset? Looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. Maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people you care about who still need you. What about the caravan? The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next life. Let's go. So we're in bad shape.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Nope, we're going to go in here and take stuff. A mace, perfect. You discovered some camping supplies. Oh, great. Use these to rest at the wilderness or dungeons. Fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more. Hard restricts them severely. Okay. If you run out, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. He thinks we'll do that because we're pretty hurt. Oh, we have one. Great. Okay. I don't think I have anything else of note. Crafting? Oh boy. Cool. We'll worry about that later. What are you, anyway? First level rogue. Cool. Good dex. Blinding strike, fighting spirit, second wind, sneak attack. Cool. You have no talent? Oh, that's sad. Sorry to hear that. Choose a camping bonus. Cool. We have camped successfully. Very nice. Feels good, man. Oh yeah, we feel good now. This is a very dungeony dungeon. What is that? Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Don't forget to save. Yeah, I saved just before camping, so we're okay. Hi, Solar. What's good in the Pillar Hood? We just started this game, have read a lot. My mouth is extremely dry. I don't think it auto-saves at all, Woman, so yeah, but yeah, I am trying to do my best to save. But yeah, how are you doing, Solar? Raise your arms and stand still. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show enough through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarep. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Tear you to pieces. That's slowly mean. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Creepy. It sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Cool. I know. But it's a good hint, though, because I do often forget to save, because I forget, because I'm stupid. It's okay, I won't hurt you. It recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. Cocks its head and approaches you, soft clicking. Okay. Well, I do want to approach, though. Oh, now we have to fight. Oh, well. I don't really care that much. Well, I wanted to go through here. I guess I'll fight him. Trying to get some things done. Yesterday was lazy. I actually did a handful of chores yesterday, so that entitles me to many, many dozens of hours of sitting on my ass. Hooray, easy win. Feels good, man. So, what's our inventory size like? Just limited to what we have here? That's cool. It's the only easy one we'll get, yeah. That's probably the case. Oh, I can change my color palette? Nice. That's cool. I like green. Green is good. We're gonna be all green. Everyone will be green in my party. Oh yeah, now we look good. Now we are a team. I should hard save from time to time as well. Is that an option? Seems like it's not. Green's a good color. I like it. Oh god, all this shit.
What you need?
Nice. Good. We got a relief gem. Sculpted to look like an eye. Okay. Where's fine. Tattered journal. The small folio is torn in several places and blood is soaked onto several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwithin artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing. As far as he's concerned, he's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Silent Lee's in the morning, then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. That's what we got.
What you need?
What? Is that a puzzle? I don't want to do a puzzle.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I do now hear that. Good ear, thank you. We will quick save and I guess attack this werewolf thing. It's a Skulder Whelp. Fucking crushed him. Nice. He exploded. I like explosions.
What you need?
Take a look at the wall. Think we could get through?
Oh, that's right. I got a hammer and chisel. Neat. I'm gonna leave, because I'm gonna stay through here. Check this spot out. This looks like a big trap.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Escape the ruins. Come across a section of tiles marked with peculiar symbols. There may be a clue about their meaning nearby. I hope so. These are very cool ruins.
Symbols. Just like the tiles.
Symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Oh no, I'm not fire god-like. I guess I'll use the torch. Cool. This could be a stupid idea. Don't care though. Nifty. And before you summon a greater demon, that is the most D&D shit that usually occurs in any game that I play. What do we got here? A ooze? Is it going to take physical damage? Ow! I guess it will.
How can I help?
This game looks cool. Yeah, it's been a little bit of fun so far. It's like a Baldur's Gate type game.
Huh? Right.
We got some ooze. Ooze is great. Okay, it's an ingredient. Nice. Turquoise.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Stop playing interesting games. Pass. No. Exclusively play interesting games.
Where'd that slime come from?
Except for Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I'm probably going to quit. Because I'm not having that much fun with it right now. Vicious and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. Vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shape and bulges. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use the water skin to clear it off. But I'm thirsty. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. Oh shit! It's fucking Pillar Men. That's what we're doing. Oh god, it's cars. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. You have lost an item. Full. Place the gem! Chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing around the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. More ooze, huh? Die, ooze! That's all it did? Is that all we get? Just that? That's a lot of nothing. Nothing happened. We fought one little ooze.
Hmm?
Nothing else in here? Okay. Weird. That was a big waste of time, I think.
Yeah?
Unless it did something to the platform. There's something highlighted in the corner, was there? Okay, let's try that. Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Good call. Thank you. Ooh, shit. Cloak of Protection. Nice. Good get. You like jewels. So I take it this is just the safe way to travel through here, right? That's all this is. Should go one at a time. You first, because I care about you the least. Oh, that's right, tab. Good call, good call. Forgot about that.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Don't, you dumbass! What is quick load? What is quick load? Quick load is F8. What has it ever been? F8. I was right to be cautious then.
I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Damn, we're good.
What you need?
Spiders already? What's going on over here?
See what's around the corner.
Could you? Let's
How
try
can
that.
I help?
Do you even have that ability? Scouting, okay.
I'll be quiet.
Ah, neat. Okay, these guys are plenty scary. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. Oh, I see. Well, I think I can kill these guys pretty easy. They weren't too tough before.
Yeah?
How can I help?
Scouting mode is okay. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. The circle becomes fully red, your characters will be discovered. I gotcha. Character's ability to find a hidden object is based on his or her mechanic skill. Higher mechanic skill allows them... Okay, neat. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with you, you will immediately be detected. Oh my god. Crushing you guys. So we can all go stealth mode? Weird. Crack runs along the wall from floor to the ceiling. A light gust of air passes through. Push on the wall. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. Is this just where I came from before? Yeah, I don't need to do that. We'll hold on to our hammer and chisel. 2 ways to go through here. How's our experience? Pretty good. Yeah. Oh, big spider. Alyssa, what are you doing?
What you need?
Yeah?
A spear spider leg? Excuse me? Is that an actual spear made out of a spider leg? Would be happy to have that. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Oh boy. Everyone likes bats. We got a helmet. Very nice.
What you need?
Oh, is that a... Wait, hold on. Is this a potion or an actual cloak? Oh, cool. Well, I'll put that on you, certainly. It's an actual cloak! Nice! Oh, cool. Great. I'm gonna give you this helmet. Looks cool. Miss your hair, though. DR7, recovery speed low. 6, better. And you're fine as is, pretty much. Spears are cool, though. Might be good to have something with pierce damage. Poleaxe. Thank you, Ice Cream, for the big host. That respect. How's every little thing?
How can I help?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. We got my berries. Did I take my berries? Am I still sick? Let's see. I don't know if I'm still sick or not. I don't have my berries in my actual inventory. Alright, I guess we can leave. It's nice and day outside. Yay, it's day. Oh, cool. We've stumbled across another mystery. Older robed man. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus. An ancient structure of chiseled adra in metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as a stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. He does look like Dr. Doom. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen. He wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Cool. What are you doing? Is that a magic bullet? Are you making smoothies, sir? For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision. You are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land. The pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious world. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar of eternity is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Yes, lovely soul smoothies. A little bit of strawberry in that for texture. Delicious. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. They are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered. Or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking toward him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. Figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character. It's most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue. They are especially grueling. Okay. Hidden and Callista lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. They're dead. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Fuck that. That sucks. My friends are dead already? Well, damn it. I don't even know where to start. This blows. Just give me your shit. Yeah, we'll take the helmet. Well, shit. Alright, let's see what our level ups are like. How do we do so? Here we go. Athletics, lore. I'm already at 3. Points to advance 1. Stealth, spent, survival, mechanics. Okay. I'm pretty good with lore right now. Oh, I have plenty of points. Look at that. Okay. Even more lore would be pretty fun, I guess. I do like lore. Another level of survival might be okay. All the lore. All the athletics. Talents. Okay, I have one I can get. Oh my god. Class, offensive, defensive, utility. Quick switch. Nope. Nope. Condemns the priest's foes, dazing any enemies. That's cool. Radiance. Enemies take burn damage from the priest's holy radiance. Vessels take increased burn damage. I like it. Because I do use holy radiance quite a bit. Priest's ability to inspire becomes more than just a sum of his or her actions, negating reputations that negatively affect holy radiance. Okay. Weird. Aggrandizing radiance. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes and movement. Faithful of Barath gain an accuracy bonus with mace and greatsword and can cast a special version of Consulhaut's corrosive siphon? Oh, I have no idea what that is. Hold the line. I'm gonna go with this. Don't really enjoy this whispering. What the fuck is that? Weird. They're all petrified now. Ooh, we got some of your flesh. Thanks for the flesh. Massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, covered with glyphs. Vibrates. So what am I doing here? can't leave. I can only go back the way I came. I don't want to do that. There we go. This thing's in the way. Excuse me, sir. How do I move this? There we go. Okay, I guess we'll go to the Valewood, right? I believe that's where we currently are. Take you 6 hours to complete your journey. I accept.
Oh, ready to sleep like the dead.
But first, zombie fights, right? Ghost Guy! What's up, Ghost Guy? Hi.
Huh?
Chat?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Guy didn't want to say anything to me. Pretty offended.
Huh?
Can't interact with this dead person? Stop, another dead person here. No big deal.
Let's go. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Velasquez was correct. Gotta get used to those voices. Pokemon, let's go. I really want to switch. I really do. No, I'm not doing it. No, no. Shattered pieces of hold on. Of crate are strewn across the dirt along with a few muddy vegetables. Grass is still flattened behind the wagon wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned. Scary ghosts, though. Northwest to Garen's Grass, south to Gilded Vale. It's a guy. Hi, guy. Nantan.
Greetings.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. We've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. I'm only passing through. I mean to reach Gilded Vale. What's your hurry? Never mind the woods. There's a strange machine in the ruins up north. There were these figures clad in black, performing some kind of rite. Keep your nose in your own business before it gets lopped off. Man, being a dick is always fun in games, isn't it? Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You shouldn't be far. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale. You keep to the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. Shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nantan. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me... What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. His voice shakes. We were following a stag, Pearly. He saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew it was happening. Beasts will take what they will, I suppose. This time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where'd you find the bear? In a cave a ways up that way. Turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. Oh man, should I go challenge that bear? I don't think I have a chance against a bear.
Right.
If I had my companions with me, I'd be going to kill that bear, but they're dead. They are big dead. Oh god, there's a lot of them.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Attack more, please. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Mow it. Excellent. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You better get better at attacking these guys soon.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's.
Thanks for the lurk, Flux.
Let's go. Let's go.
Do I literally have to keep clicking this?
Let's go. Let's go.
Finally. Tired? Yeah. You big sleepies? Probably should camp soon, huh? These age walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains. And the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones give themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Examine it. Find a handle upon large stones. Uneven bricks and odd angle, the ascent make the climb difficult. After a short distance, your arms begin to burn too fiercely. Forced to drop back down. Okay. So I need the right tools. Hawk Sam, it's going well. How are you? Seems I can't get up there. I have not the tools. Maybe this guy has the tools. How's your weekend been?
Good day to you.
Nope. This guy has nothing. Could go challenge that bear, although I feel like I get my ass kicked. Banging your head on Celeste practice, not much else. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Okay, that's just going backwards, which is not what I want. Gotta put this somewhere else. It won't let me move it from this corner, though. Whatever. How far have I made it in Dishonored? I beat the main game of Dishonored. That's done. Big done. And we did the first mission in the Knife of Dunwall DLC, which is good. Soulbound items gain additional power. It's a stealth playthrough. I've mainly done stealth, no kills. I did kill most of my targets, but for the DLC, I am killing pretty much everybody. Most guys are just dead. Evil. A little bit evil. Kind of wanted to do one of them fun and evil, right? Well, shit, that's not great. Those are a lot of dead people. They are very much hung up in that tree. Yep, we'll do Dishonored 2. Yes, we will. I've pretty much decided to quit Castlevania. I'm just lost and not having that much fun, so that's why I'm playing this today.
Pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you, skin dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Yeah. No wonder this place looks half empty. I feel home already. I might reconsider your lord's offer. Do you welcome everyone this way? He'll answer you hears the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
No. And that's a pretty personal question.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Radric has made it his
I got a few hours into it. I
just this scourge from our village.
Couldn't bring myself to play it. Really felt like playing something else.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
What the fuck is going on here? Are they killing people who are birthing hollow births or whatever? Hollowborn? I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a biowack. Is there someone in town who could help? You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on Ingwithian ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy. We certainly have. I should be able to say Barath have mercy, because I'm super priest in Barath. Just as they finished, there was a biowack. Polishes his spectacles. If you'd been that close to a biowack, you wouldn't be standing here. That's not true. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands the rules. I feel strange.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak.
You idiot.
Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Animancer. It's a new thing that this game has. I haven't heard of it before.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit.
Okay, cool.
My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Nice. Tell me about the Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years. He lowers his voice. Children born without souls. Shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and I see the name Waidwen's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. Lord Raedric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Okay.
Listen.
Nice. I summon Dragon Ball on you.
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
I'm gonna say that the lady's kid is Hollowborn.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to me.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric.
Oh!
I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same.
Yep.
You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. Don't threaten me. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. Bye. Got a lot of experience for that. That's good. Tell me about Lord Raedric. Comes from a line of nobles who have defended these lands since Aedar times. Raedric II was an early supporter of Dyrwoodin independence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began disappearing in Dyrwood shortly after the war's end. Lord Raedric has taken upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, may not have been enough. The bells are any indication. Saints' War, our age's most egregious example of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Raid Saris decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Eothas. Pinched his nose. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate Dyrwood, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods, but I've never known an army to conquer a land for its people's own good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Eothas in the Dyrwood. Lord Raedric's forebears had all been Eothians, but after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the Temple of Eothas here in town was shut down. Points to a ruined wall. Tell me about the Gilded Vale. We're frontier villages, most settlements in the Dyrwood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment in the colonial days, and the last 15 years have seen our population shrink further. Hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Tell me about the ruins. You already told me what that was. Why is the population shrinking? I know why it's shrinking. No mothers of Hollowborn are to be allowed in the Gilded Vale. Ugh. Tell me enough about Gilded Vale. Okay, goodbye. Oops. Can I actually play with that corpse? Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers and notes half erased by the rains. Aedar. Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you. I need to feel better. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. What does that mean? Welcome. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of that going on. I'm going to be doing a ton of reading in this game. But I do want to play this game before playing Pillars of Eternity 2. Pillars of Eternity 2, thankfully, has full voice acting. Praise the sun. Beneath the vines and crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. Praise the sun. I'm thinking about joining family over in Dyrford. They have it far better than us. Poor Alfra is so worried about her child. I don't blame her. Okay, this place is pretty big, it seems. Oh boy. That's someone's house. I would like to get to the inn. That's the inn. Let's go there. We do have a day-night cycle. Aloth, you see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Everyone ooh, a fight. I guess I'll say nothing for now. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adrian's.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
What the fuck was that? Was he... Okay.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
Okay.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said.
What is happening here?
We've nigh quarrel.
What? Okay, what is going on?
Wrong.
Well, I don't think attacking him is a good idea, right? Oh, it's Matt Mercer? It's always Matt Mercer. Staying out of this one. I don't think attacking him is a good idea, right? And why is that? If someone's baiting you as obviously as he is, it's generally wisest to walk away, right? They look at each other. One of the men gives the other two a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here because we're not going anywhere. Final scowl at the elf, he turns to leave. I intellected my way out of that. As the 3 stumble away, the elf turns, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You're welcome.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
Straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Oh, Hawk followed you. Very nice. Excellent. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling, but we were separated.
In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
I want to tell him both of these things. I'll say it Biowak.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing here?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife.
That's what I got too.
But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yes. Like you said, I'm also a settler. An excerpt on souls? Well, I did say I'm a settler
Indeed. Before. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
How'd you cross the drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. That's like the first swear word we've seen, and it's fuck. Oh my god. You did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. They misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. He looks like he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. I apologize. You don't look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Gotta go.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yep, you seem like a cool guy. Let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Now we're friends. Second level wizard. Arcane assault. How's the combat? It's okay. It's real time, but you can pause it. I'm still learning because I have a interesting priest character who buffs the squad as her main ability, but has some strength as well. It's got her own strength, but yeah. We had two other companions, and they are dead now. Blast. Grants blast. Generate a blast on the target when using a wand, rod, or scepter. Doing a modest amount of damage to all enemies in a small area around the target. Cool. Okay.
Yes?
Huh?
Well, I do need to stay at the inn. Yep, what? Don't know what my cat's meowing about. She should be fine. Floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Oh boy. Wish we had minstrels. It's held out? Well, it's kind of not really held out.
Well met, friend.
Well, greetings and welcome to the Blackhound Inn. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have two available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of good meal today. What do you have for sale? Nothing for me, thanks. Could use some potions or something. Cancel. Damage reduction. That doesn't really help me much.
How do you do?
She just wants to talk. Yeah, she needs to shut up, though. Runs you Divinity Original Sin. Yep, big vibe of that. That's a game I actually quit streaming once, too. But only because it felt like it would be more fun if I had a partner for that one. But, yeah. Tell me about the Blackhound. The actual building's been here for years. Blackhound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces here. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. We used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Blackhound? Still sitting upstairs pining after him. Poor old girl. Yeah. Cats are not to be trusted. Look at me. Nice. I would like a room. Oh, anyone looking for work? We have for certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. We have a level 1 adventurer. I can't afford him, though. So I can just hire people? Cool.
Hail, traveler.
I need a room, please. I have so little money, but I really need to rest. And I get more perception and mechanics. That's nice. The common room. What does this give me? No bonuses? I guess I can live with that. Your sleeper is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman, whose face is shriveled inward like molding fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word, Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only confirmed she is truly dead. We got experience! Yay! That's good. Find the dwarf woman from the dream. Inns allow characters to rest. If you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. Cool. I thought this place was going under after the owner left. Okay. Let's try the Orland server. People with names. Selena, whoa. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lips, head tilted to one side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other. Careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each time has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more. One hand held to her mouth, tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order, and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, hands hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on a high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her child disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. What the fuck was that? Wow. This man as well. Reach out for his soul. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are. He takes his place about 200 feet away, carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. Need some Doom Eternal. I haven't really read much about Doom Eternal. I don't know much about it other than the game. Name, rather. But check that out. I did love Doom. He smiles, walking toward the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops. Scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun, a shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There's sudden explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the buoyant man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses the last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind his shoulder, piercing heart and lungs, dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn to look at the man. Newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. Souls-like invader system? Huh. Weird. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else worth in this town. I agree. Says the woman from Thane. Hey, we wouldn't mention Thane. Okay. These people have names. Oh, you feel a vibrant history contained. What is going on with all these people? You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, and fists and feet. With no end in sight, he is in his element. Somebody spawns in as a demon and tries to kill you. Oh, that sucks. In the corner, 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing, as long as they're not throwing nukes at you like Fallout. Hold on. Okay, I am in the way of dialogue, so I'm going to have to move myself again, unfortunately. 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the larger man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in the 3 parts of the room, and with a terse nod they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all 3 slump to the ground in an agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out. Off-key whistle. Straining behind him. What the hell? Shane shakes Mulrian. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at a wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, the glow disappears, leaving only a hard black scar etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him in the leg on the way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. What is the point of all these backstories on these people? See a long empty road cutting through the 2 large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for early afternoon. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse. Curiously looking around, she seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face. Nothing a single word. Fire? She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again, not finding what she was looking for. She jumps onto her horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble. Yeah, possibly. These are all very specific stories about these individual people. Oh, it's a doggo! Sound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. Looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging. I could use a good dog. Here, girl. I'll pet the dog. Debs happily against the floorboards. That's nice. Hold on. Excuse me. Dog's ears pick up. It trots over to you and barks happily. You have gained an item. Black Hound added to inventory. What do you mean, inventory? What does that mean? I just have a dog? The small dog has a glossy black coat and an affable disposition. She trots along at your heels, gazing up devotedly whenever you come to a stop. Fucking weird. But it's not actually following me. It says I have a pet. It's not actually following me, though. Maybe it's something I have to equip. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. Pet. Okay, I see. There you go. Hey, doggo. Yay, it's a doggo. Oh, it's cute. Do I pack my cat? I guess so. Well, if we get a cat, we're equipping a cat. I do like a doggo. Can my other guys also have a pet? No, they can't. He does have a grimoire, though. staggering number of spells. They're always limited by the capacity of the grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire may only contain 4 spells. Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
3. We have 6. Okay, well, I don't necessarily want to steal from the first thing I find. I might need something better later on. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be long. Oh, no. Oh, I can't read all that.
The work of a moment.
Rapier. Lovely hat. Nice. Okay, so a lot of these are just aesthetic. Light armor. Oh, you have unique armor. Properties oversee. Should I be one of those guys? Oh my god, I'm already reading a lot. I don't know if I could read these lore things. Every single one, you know, that's a bit much. That's quite a bit.
I'll see what I can do.
Please leave me be. I am full to sickness with what I have seen of this place and people. Oh, don't be such a guy. Come on.
I'll have it in no time.
Relax. Okay, we should probably go find the old lady. Let's check out our quest real quick. Oops, that's wrong. Yep, that's all we have to do right now. Zlox the Usurper, what a name. Yep, all these people have very interesting souls. You see a lone man standing in a field. He looks around, surveying the crops. Occasionally he bends to examine a leaf up close. He is intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches him from behind. He moves slowly, but does nothing to mask his approach. In his hand he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanor. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands, turning away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile, and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace as the second man thrusts the sword through his stomach. Its blade now protruding from his back. His arms slowly fall to his side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plants below the man. As the first man crumples to his knees, the second pulls the sword out, tears slowly falling down the cheek of his still smiling face. Well. Ugh. These are getting long. Clink, you see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from the single dwelling through the entire village. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrambles backward, away from the group. Looking around in horror, the group moves toward him in unison, eliciting a yelp from the boy, who tries to move further away. A woman in the group puts out her hand, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions for them to stay, then looks at the boy on the ground. He is trying to push himself through what remains of a wall. He seems unaware he has even stopped. The woman slowly moves toward the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seeming confused by the offer, then reaches out. He takes his hand in hers and leans down to help him stand. Weird. Okay? I'm not sure why we're learning these things. I don't know if there's a reason or not.
Are you sure?
Yes. You take the lead so you can pick up the shit. I don't want to learn more, man. See a group of people standing around a wagon, transfixed on a sword as it swings in a large, graceful arc. The man holds the sword, passing it from hand to hand with a relaxed ease. Making the blade dance in front of his audience, he tosses it into the air, spins, then puts his arm behind his back to catch it. The crowd claps excitedly, and a couple of them gasp, certain they were about to see a tragedy. Hi, D-Great. Hope you have a good day, whatever you're doing today. We're just playing videos. You see a room, bright, warm, and covered in greenery. There isn't a spot in the entire space that doesn't have some kind of plant growing inside it. Small, germinating seeds in a corner here, large, sprawling vines climbing the walls there. Although most of the plants are actually in some kind of container. Excuse me. Whew. Take a break. There are a few that have grown from the dirt floor itself. They're just as lovingly cared for as anything else in the room. The man wanders through the plants, smiling at each and every one, an old pipe clenched between his teeth. Stopping next to one, he touches a leaf. Lifting it up... Oh, sorry, Mac. I went down to pet my cat, and I kicked my phone on top of her instead, so that was a mistake. That's okay, D-Great. May actually end kind of soonish. We'll see. We're working on the 3-hour mark, but yeah. Kind of want to play some more Dishonored later today. Let's see. This guy likes plants. Okay, we don't need to read the rest of that. This is the smithy. I don't have any money currently. I can sell shit though, hopefully. The Samoa man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome, you're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have? You've come at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we have fine weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Show me what you got. Whoa, that's good stuff. Sell a lot of this junk. That's pretty good. I'm just going to sell the book, right? I don't need a book. Oh man, look how expensive this stuff is, and I want it. I want all of it. Camping supplies are good. May want one more. It's a pry bar. Is that just a tool? Effective for prying open certain types of containers, but not especially useful on doors due to the uneven and narrow distribution of its leverage. Grappling hooks can be used to anchor a rope to locations that may be hard to reach by foot. Though often used to scale high walls, they have many potential applications. I kind of want that. Yeah, give me that. That's fine. Good trade.
How do you do?
Tell me about your stock. Just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now and haven't seen sign of it. I have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. All right, Aloth chiming in. He's right about the bandits. The dire situation in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Is everything the Black something in this area? We've got the Black Hound, this is the Black Hammer, and now we're going to the Black Meadow. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. And that's as it should be, but it doesn't have me leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll find your supplies. You have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you. Discount to start. When I find my workers, tell them to hurry up or they can take up farming instead. Okay. Cool, we got a quest. Oh, man. There's way too many of these. I just wish I knew what the point was. That would be stealing. I suppose we should be invisible for any potential stealing. Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death, as long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft. Excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. All difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you will never shatter. This is pumping me up right now. I need this before work. Embrace your station. Fulfill the duties of your rank and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at their weakest link. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness, so long as you have the tools of your trade. You will always be able to forge wealth anew. Value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, your tools will with the destitute. All swords can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to the life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next. Guess I didn't technically steal the sword. Well, we're not thieves, so we will not thief. That is not our future. Nantan. Ingro, this man and women appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses. Her smile falters.
Gods keep you.
Do you know this woman, Nantan? Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned her about the bear. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two seem to be in a hurry. I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town, naturally. We just have to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery. Is there anything you can tell me? Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine. But the rock goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. Goodbye. I'll take your stuff if you don't want it. Oh, Jesus. This bottle of Sunreed is half empty. Thanks for nothing. Appreciate it. What is it? Oh, it's food. +3 might, speed. Cool. It's like actually a good thing. Thanks. Jesus Christ. No more of these. No more! That's way too many. Wizard scum, the man behind them says, and the two women turn to face him, staring down defiantly. Join hands and begin walking again, moving past him without so much as sideways. Oh, man. Kick some wizard ass. Huh. It's 2 girls against the world, eh? Cool helmet. Oh, wait, are you a fire-headed guy? Maybe you are. You are. I know, that's way too much. Doran Chamberlain. Well, they did it for Pillars too. God damn. Pretty impressive. I'm sure there's lots of reused voices for that. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Oops. I do kind of want to hear about this guy. You hear a large crowd gathered in the middle of a courtyard. This man stands in the midst of them, a cloak pulled over his head, holding it closed around his neck. The crowd is congregated around a platform, and they all watch, transfixed, as a man is led to the platform, flanked by 2 city guardsmen. The man is shackled hand and foot, but carries himself as a nobleman, not deigning to even glance at the crowd. The cloaked man pulls his cover closer around his face and turns to leave, hunching over to avoid being seen. A crier on the platform unrolls a parchment and begins to read, but the man pays no attention, intent on getting away from the courtyard. The crier's voice grows louder and more intense as he reads, and voice from the crowd starts to punctuate his sentences. The jeers and shouts grow more frequent, and with each one, the cloaked man flinches and his shoulders droop. He breaks from the crowd, coming to the edge of the courtyard. As the crier reaches the end of his proclamation, the crowd grows silent again, save for the occasional shout. The man turns back to look at the platform, seeing his father kneeling before the block, neck exposed. The executioner moves into position, lifting his axe to strike. The man turns suddenly, unable to watch. There is a wet thunk, and the crowd breaks into cheers and applause. He leans against the wall, regaining his composure, then straightens up. With obvious resolve, he strides off, away from the crowd and his legacy. They do all sound the same, yes. They all took arrows to the knee, one way or the other. Yeah, let's go here. Gotta find the old lady.
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home.
No.
There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
I came a long way to get here, then you should have no problem continuing on. Trust me when I say it would be best if you were not here when Lord Radric's men are dispatched from his hold. They'll be looking for anyone who might have brought the legacy upon us. His very presence might have polluted his wife's womb. They will extinguish all possibilities. Bye. That sounds bad. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked caldera de Baranzi from her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. Gross. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it. You feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new and familiar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt in your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so. She smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost?
Thank you, Hawk Sam. You have a good one, dude. I'll see you later.
It is both, I think.
Hope Celeste's practice goes well. How are we talking?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
You need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul
Oh no, I'm the Watcher.
Yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a Watcher now, and a Watcher you will stay.
What's a Watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
I wish this lady wasn't dead. We can hang out with her. She seems cool.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A Watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
Wish she'd talk faster. What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks, too.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Cool, couple of reasons to go that way, I guess. I survived a biowac.
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Oh, don't worry about that. Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer.
Yeah, you're great. You're funny.
Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me, I bet it was nothing.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances.
Well, that's the thing you should have
I must have
done.
time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. the elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Lots of lore, lots of world building here.
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even.
Yep.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
She closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. We got the Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seem just lost now. We got a shitload of experience. Wow. This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. I'm going to play a little close to the vest right now, Aloth. It's good to know, but I don't suppose you can tell me what was that all about. I'm a watcher. Well, that's interesting. And I expect that explains how you survived a biowac, huh? Yeah, I guess so. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, as you demonstrated. Let's go. I think we leveled up? No? Yes, we did. Cool beans. So we get more of these. Let's leave that as is. We'll go Mechanics 1. Survival 1 just for fun. Do another Athletics, that's fine. Class unlocks. Okay. Suppress Affliction. Stifles detrimental conditions through sheer force of will, temporarily suspending hostile status effects. Nice. Prayer Against Infirmity fortifies the health of allies in the area of effect, granting immunity to the sickened and weakened afflictions. Places a magical seal on the floor that sends enemies sprawling on contact, causing them to become prone. That's kind of fun. Instill Doubt taps into subconscious uncertainties, reducing the speed of all enemies in the area. Iconic Projection creates a slow-moving, energetic projection of the priest's faith, returning endurance to allies and inflicting freeze damage to enemies. I like it. I'll go with that one. Holy Power creates a zone of divine favor, increasing the might and resolve of allies. Nice. Marks the target for retribution, inflicting burn damage and lowering deflection. Creates a long-lasting circle of healing, regenerating ally endurance. That one's pretty good too. Thinking this one or this one. Go this one. Oh, do I get all these? Oh, okay, never mind. Jeez. I must have that available to me now. Yep, second level spells.
Yeah?
Cool. So I have 4 level 1 spells that I can use per between rests now. That's cool. And I have 2 priest levels, or second level ones. That's nice. Makes perfect sense. Okay, that's all done. I must seek out a man called Merwald in the old keep of Cade. It's beyond the Black Marsh, as I recall. Black Meadow. Okay. Guess we can go do that. Right?
Hmm? Yes? Hmm? Indeed.
Ow, Mac! Don't scratch me, stupid. Digs your claws right into me sometimes. Not a fan. Where is this? That's the smithery. It's the road east. Road south. Road west. I don't think I went to Alfred's house. We go into the temple. That sounds like fun. Let's go into the temple. Probably stream for like 15 more minutes, my good friends. Thanks everyone who joined me this morning. We had fun playing this game, and I will play it some more. I haven't fully quit Castlevania, although I've kind of quit Castlevania. Ortan, a man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect. His face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side. Sleeves soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near. His features twisted with pain.
Well met, friend.
He's a godlike? Thought you were some. Never mind. Whoever you are, we've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. No one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Regards you warily. Maybe you've had better luck? With what? Points a finger up. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god, a grand temple at that. Its worshippers could come from all over Briarwood, from Redgrave, Ceres even. Until the war, of course, even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads, that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothesians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years. Well, he didn't seal it very well. I just walked in. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end. See? Smiles. But until then, the temple is, as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. These priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivating. Okay, we like coin. His expression softens. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. What does it matter that they're buried? I take it you weren't supposed to be in here? I have questions. Why can't you do it yourself? He's pretty hurt. Well, I tried. Only got a short ways in before I got in over my head. I haven't raised the blade in a long time. Turns out it isn't something you can just pick up again. But you look like you can handle yourself. Won't he mind us digging down there? I wouldn't go telling him about it. Lingering in these places, it's no good for anyone. But you do this quick and quiet, and we can do right by these priests without raising a fuss. Who are you? Name's Wertan. I've lived in Gilded Vale long enough to remember how grand it used to be. I used to help the temple sometimes, bring supplies, that's all. What else is down there? Probably nothing. Nobody's been through the place since it was sealed up, well, apart from me, and I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get first crack at them. I only ask that you do this favor for me while you're at it. No more questions? I'll take it you're not supposed to be in there. Well, I meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Raedric's forbidden anyone having anything to do with the scattered god. I'd be a little harder to explain to him than you. It's good because it's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you could make some coin in the process. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still if they're anywhere. These priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. Take care. Down there, I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. You might talk to the Edgar fellow. Raedric hasn't hanged him yet. Word is he's a follower of the dead god. Maybe he'll know of something more about this place. He's usually out by the smithy. Okay. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Great. Let's go talk to that guy. He has a portrait, so I knew he was going to be more important than they were leading on. Yep.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
No, I do.
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted.
You are a handsome fellow, but you're kind of weird. Is that what you do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops.
Oh.
You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
Makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman. I talked to her for like 10 minutes. His smirk
I was
broadens.
smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Haha, funny. Impossible, I don't drool half as much. Ah, so you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher
Careful,
is?
friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
None taken? Good, they don't mean it personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kalsk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, he'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, not for plotting against Radric, then protecting me. Yeah, we know about the war. Saints' War, only one in my lifetime. Fellow decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas, overthrows Red Saris, marches on Direwood, so we give him a Direwoodan hello. What's that?
Blew him up.
Nice. Who is Eothas? God of Rebirth and Redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different from where you're from. Other questions? What's the town got against you?
That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him.
I suck at drinking.
Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
Oh yeah? We got lots of rope.
Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Loth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Yeah. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. Why are you here? Drinking mostly? Nice. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started Waidwin. We could go together. Where are you headed? We're going to Caed Nua, where there's an old watcher who might be able to help me.
I seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swinging from that tree.
We're friends now. There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's go. We got a new friend.
Hey.
Hey. He is a fighter. 3rd level fighter. Cool. You look kind of dumb, but that's fine. Got a cool saber. Okay. Feels good, man.
Hi.
We got a good party.
Hope you're not expecting much. Hey.
You look like you
Good
feel
day
better.
to you.
Still exploring upper level. Nothing yet. Keep at it.
Hey.
What is that thing?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Damn, you got your ass kicked quick with your endurance.
Yeah?
Hey.
My doggo just chills. He
You're
just
not
chills
getting
out.
to me. You're not getting to me.
Varanthus!
We did it. His parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it is faded. In this time of hardship, there must
All right, then.
just as much faith in ourselves.
All right, then.
Cool. Cool.
Yes?
Oh, he leveled up. Nice. You look kind of dumb. Your lore is great, sir. I respect your lore. Let's do it. Do I choose my spells? I do. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time. Nice. Lots of choices here. Infuse with Vital Essence. Infuse a caster with Vitality, giving them temporary increase to max endurance and health. Don't like that. Too many choices. Creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. That's going to hurt me. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. So we could easily get a little friendly fire on ourselves here with any of this shit. Caster becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a crit. Creates a mystical shield around the caster. Spins a resilient viscous web throughout the area of effect, leaving unfortunate victims stuck. Damn, these are all going to kill everyone. Creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area of effect. Nice. I do like Confuse for 6.5 seconds. I'm going to take that one. Looks interesting. Ow. Creates duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting a high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit. Clouds of heavy fog settles in the minds of those in the area. Damn it. Target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules of foul-smelling liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. Oh my god. Shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. That lasts for 26 seconds. I like that. We're just gonna fucking confuse and blind all our enemies all day long.
Of course.
Whew.
You're not getting through me.
Initiate's note. The parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches. Visitors to the ritual floor, Rectrix Obrica says, redemption for even those forgotten struck the largest spell first rather than second. The rest is illegible. What the fuck? Okay, I see. It's a pretty small area, though. Right? Okay.
Yeah?
Not too alarm.
Of course.
I'm stuck.
No, we're stuck in a web.
You're not getting through me. Varanthus!
Can just bash you. Just bash the shit out of you.
Varanthus!
Let's go. Let's go.
Aye?
Most Varanthus!
Of course.
Well, we got roughed up. But we're okay.
Keeping an eye out.
In the box, got a letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Hamor this morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming. For I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, though I do not wish for you to worry, and do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectress Obrica will not approve, but the letter trails off. File of Punishers branded with scorch marks. Oops.
Keeping an eye out.
Look what we found. Fascinating.
Steady does it.
Leave it to me! Varanthus!
Nice and quiet.
Collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices, claw marks, and dung mark the passage of beasts. Seems my guys aren't all that smart quite often. Whatever. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table. Yuck! Gross!
Nice and quiet.
Oh boy. Lots going on here.
I'll move!
Fuck, we're getting fucked up. Damn, dude. Not great. This freeze damage to to a target and reduces its accuracy. Okay.
Hey.
Damn it. Shit.
We gotta take better care of that. Not too alarmed, but I'm slow.
She's dead. Damn, dude, we got our ass kicked. That sucks. I don't even remember when I saved. That's okay. I wanted to end the stream now anyway, so I'm going to have to go into that fight better prepared. Yeah, we're in good shape. That's fine. Alright, I think we're okay now. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. We had so much fun today. Thanks everyone joining me for Pillars of Eternity. Thanks D Great, Oxam, Solar Tiger, Woven. Love you guys. Who else did we say? Brave as well. Hello, Great. Flask. Thanks for the advice today. Elite Slayer. Love you guys. Let's see who we can give a nice raid to. Kitty's here to join us. Looking very cute. She usually does. Well, I'm just going to go off and host somebody. Guys, we'll see you down the road. You have a nice night or day. I may come back later and play some more Dishonored DLC. But until then, we'll see you down the road. Have a good one. Bye.